Hey there guys, Zaris here. Um, this little video is just to describe the theory crafting I was doing earlier about destroyers versus battleship combat. I don't have the method perfected yet, but this video is just going to give you kind of the basic gist of what's going on and how to accomplish the kills. Like I said, I don't have it perfected yet, so you're going to see me take a lot of unnecessary damage. And these ships aren't really designed for this. Strafe is not what you want here. What you really need is siege is fine. These have the shield piercing mod, the phase projectiles on it. But what you really need is speed, because unless you can get them to stop like that guy there that just blew up did, your chances of hitting them are very slim. You'll get lucky hits, but it's not going to be nearly enough. This is just a level 27 fleet, as you can see, so it's not like a 45 or whatever that's I'm going to get wasted on. But you can see how slowly they turn and how slowly they fire. So this setup is wrong. It's not like absolutely wrong. The principle still applies, and it will kill this fleet. I did kill this fleet and the next fleet after it with these, but it took cooperation between the Creeper Eagle, which you see flying around, and a lot of maneuvering around for the destroyers. The idea is every time the battleships start getting close to destroyers, you sweep them past the destroyers and right back onto the Eagle decoy. But if you have a much higher rate of fire, then usually you can clear out one side, clear out a single flank and then just go that way, loop around, and by that point your Eagle is going to have them lined up for the kill. There are several situations here during the battle that I noticed an AP driver would have been a much better selection. Like, say if the destroyers had the speed and I'd been coordinating them correctly, they could have moved up to that formation and blasted them while they were looping around. And then here's another situation in which AP driver might actually turn out useful, because I managed to get them all to stop. They came to a near complete stop there, at which point it's perfect for pounding them. So against 45, I'm pretty sure that Eagle there would have already died, but it does have repulsor shields on it. So I think that's a good part of what's keeping it alive. And it does have iridium armor. This is the brand new ship that I built last week. So as you can see, more speed for your projectiles is definitely recommended. But these are going at the standard 500 meters per second. So the only way to hit anything with them is to get it to stop, like this guy down here. But the problem is the Eagle got out of the range and it started targeting the destroyers again. And that's another thing I wanted to note. In my write-up, I documented how destroyers take less damage now. Excuse me. Less damage now from battleships. I don't know if that applies to every single fleet, or if it's just for the Hunter, or just for the VSec events that popped up this week. But in any case, it still should be applicable. And if anything else, the the range on the destroyers does outrange the battleship. So with a fast enough weapon and a good enough decoy, you can wipe out an entire fleet, and with good enough reflexes, you can avoid taking a hit at any point, except for that initial frigate. But once again, with fast enough weapons, you will blitz the frigate before it ever has a chance to fire off its hydras or echo rays, as the later ones have, and so forth. Alright, and then this is just the mop-up. If it was a standard 6-ship fleet, this would be how things would go, just straight off the block. Because you can actually lure a 6-ship fleet to come at you in almost a straight line. There are other methods for doing this. You know, some people would back off the destroyers to a certain range and get everything just positioned just right, like that. But it depends on your playstyle and what you are using. So if you're using destroyers that have fusion or rotation at the very least, with really fast cannons, then yeah, you're gonna just wipe stuff out real easy. But the only reason I'm having difficulty is, like I said, my ships are slow and my bullets are slow. So here's a second fleet. I haven't brought these ships in for repair, and of course the battle itself is going to take a while. So we're not going to watch all this one all the way through. But I think with this is the one I believe that I can demonstrate. Yeah, watch the side on the right side there. You see? Look at that. Alright, and then this is where everything just goes bad. This is what I'm talking about. If your projectiles are fast enough, then you would have wiped out that right flank before they got close enough to start avoiding your shots just by moving forward. And that's what I'm talking about. Once that flank is cleared, you go that way, keep the Eagle leading the left flank, and then once you've got the destroyers at optimum range, that's when you lead the Eagle back over, because right here is where it just becomes a big clusterfuck. It is so hard to bring these guys back together once they split up like that and start catching your Eagle in a crossfire. On a 45 battalion, I would have already lost that Eagle just from all of that. Now, that right there is a nice pickup. I picked it up pretty well, but too little too late, you know? So anyway, that's just how this process goes in my mind. In practice, it's a lot more efficient. At the risk of repeating myself, speed is definitely your ally on this. So, there you go. Hope this helps. Hope this gives you some ideas. If there's anything you need, you can ask me. You can ask, somebody who's got a lot more experience with this than I do. But, yeah, hope it helps. Catch you later, guys. Thanks for watching.